So you want to give it a try?
Definitely.
Okay. Well, you can do that. Good morning, guys.
Good.
Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. And Rosie says she looks good.
I look good today. And hopefully you look good today, too, also.
It's going to be a great, great day. It's going to be a great Wednesday.
It's gonna be a good life.
That's right. We have been gone, so my name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Thank you guys. I missed y'all. Like we went on Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Y'all,
For 4 days.
we've been gone for 4 days, and let me tell you, Thursday we were traveling. Friday, my body clock was all the way off. Monday it was off, and Tuesday traveling back, and so we landed at 5:40 yesterday morning, and I had the bright idea to keep going to work yesterday
And school, which I didn't go to school.
Great morning, Miss Valerie. So
Good morning.
yesterday, when I tell y'all, when I got home yesterday from work, because I don't know, it was Jesus that kept me at work yesterday. Because I went straight from the plane to work. I made a pit stop at home to change. She said, good morning, Rosie.
Good morning.
And I went straight to work. And when I tell you Jesus kept me and my eyelids open yesterday, and I need him this here day because I could have slept. When I got home yesterday, I said hello to the kids. Is there anything pressing I need to know? Nobody answered me. I got in the shower. I was asleep by 7:45. I might have pushed it to 8.
Tell you something.
What?
It's important, but like I know you're doing the show, but like it can't wait until after.
Okay.
So you know, like Miss Chris and the trip and everything.
She told me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
She said good morning. I know. I like everyone. I woke up. I was like, and it was 7. I was like, oh, it's time to do the morning show. I was like, hey. No, it's 10 o'clock. I can't do the morning show.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so I missed you guys. But we had a great time in California. It was the girls' first time flying. What'd you think?
I think that I had so long to like sit about it and be like, all right, I'm getting on the plane. So when I got on, I was just kind of like, okay, well.
That's it.
Yeah.
So they were excited. And Courtney has always wanted to go to California. So I think they had a great experience. We spent the day in San Francisco. We did a lot of sightseeing and driving, and a lot of driving. So we had a great time. So
Splendid, fantastic.
Yeah. So I spoke at the Girls Expo there in Fresno, and they had an amazing turnout of young girls, and it was teenagers, right, Rosie?
Mm-hmm.
And so I spoke on a panel. So if you guys haven't had a chance to watch it, one of my friends went live with me. So it's a panel of all of us. You can catch the whole Girls Expo, at least the room that I was in. You can catch that on my Facebook page. And watch that. We had a great time. And I will be posting pictures if you're interested just in seeing how the rest of the trip went and the event went. But we had a great time. Anything else?
Definitely really proud of everybody on the panel. Even though I didn't know them, like everybody did a good job.
Yeah, we met some nice ladies. All right, so the fearless thought for the day is, and me and Rosie talked about this on the way here today. Stop allowing bad energy into your life, y'all. Stop allowing bad energy into your life. Like, that simply means, if you know, I don't know how to say this without sounding, and I don't know if it's mean. Miss Valerie, what's the word I want to use? Kim, what's the word I want to use here? Stop allowing bad energy into your life on purpose. Why are we intentionally allowing bad energy? When you think about your relationships, right? When you think about your friendships, and you know you have those people that are up to no good. And I put this in the context of Rosie because she didn't understand what I was talking about. In the context of her friends, sometimes when you know they're about to do something crazy, or something stupid, how your inner self will be like, yeah, let me go somewhere else because something bad is about to happen with this group, or I know they're not any good. And your self is telling you that this is not right. And how many times do we override our intuition and ourselves to get along, just, be along just to get along? We just happy-go-lucky just because we assume that there's nothing better. So we take it. But we're receiving all of that bad energy. You're receiving it, you're taking it on, and you're carrying it with you throughout the day. I think that is, and I learned that became more and more evident to me this past week, over the weekend, traveling with the people that I met and the people that I interacted with. You can feel their energy. And and I'm using energy because that's how I describe it. For you, it could be their aura, their persona, their personality, however they present to you is what you begin to take on. So if you see a bubbly person, then you take on the energy of that bubbly person. If you see a sad or depressed person, you take on their energy. And it made me think, what am I projecting and what am I sending out? Like, excuse me. When people see me, what is my energy? So we did an exercise with Rosie this morning. We won't do it again, but I listed 4 people and I said, tell me, and maybe you can try this too. So I gave her 4 names, one at a time. Give me the first 2 thoughts that you have about this person. And it doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be bad. Just what are your immediate first 2 thoughts about this person? So we listed 4 people, and the first person, Miss Margaret, say good morning.
Good morning, Miss Margaret.
So, right. Yes, Kimberly. Miss Margaret probably got the scripture for us. So I gave her one name. I said, tell me the first part. Yes, car edition. Tell me 2 things about that person. And so we did 4 people. And the first 2 people that I named, the first 2 things off the top of her head was negative. The second 2 people, the first things off the top of her head were positive. And I said, why was that? And she was like, I don't know. It's just when you say their name, that's what I associate with. So when people say your name, what are they associating with you? When I have friends and family members, when I say their name, automatically negative is going to come to mind. And I have people and friends and family, when I think positive is automatically going to come to mind. So when people interact with you, what is your energy? What is your persona, your personality? What are you presenting to the world? And if somebody said, hey, what do you think about JoJo? What are the first 2 words that you're going to say? Is it going to say JoJo's negative and she's nasty, or is she positive and friendly? And so I thought about that. Like, what am I projecting out every day? Be peaceful. Love you. What am I projecting out every day? And what am I receiving from other people every day? Like, put your jacket on. So think about that. When you think about your friends and your family, pick 4 people, and what immediately comes to your mind when you think about those people? Yeah. Oh, Margaret, you have no idea. It has, I'm thinking I'm one thing, but I may be presenting another, especially, when you're having a bad day. Thank you, Minister Valerie. Especially when you're having a bad day, am I really projecting that bad thing? Look, you guys came up with it at the same time. Am I really projecting the badness that I feel? Or do people give you a pass because they be like, well, JoJo's having a bad day. This is not who she is in her character. So when you think about that today, when you're interacting with people, or try to exercise yourself. So the exercise I had Rosie do was think of 4 people and give me her immediate thoughts of those 4 people, what she thought of them off the top of her head. Not anything negative or bad, just, okay, this person, what are your thoughts about them immediately? And immediately it was negative. And so what are people thinking about you? What is your energy that you are presenting? And here's true confessions and conversation, y'all. And I got to put on some chapstick. I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I'm a chapstickaholic. And I had to have chapstick everywhere. And I felt like my lips are really crusty. Okay, so here is true confession and conversation. Rosie did that to me. And this is an exercise we do frequently. So this is not a new one for us in the family, because they always say I'm coming up with something crazy. But they checked me hard last year, maybe 2 years ago. Mommy, hard-headed. This is what they told me. I was hard-headed, a Miss Know-It-all, and you won't let people finish their thoughts. So, she wasn't talking thinking about you, Miss Margaret. And I had to address that. I was like, well, number one, I know I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed to a certain extent. I ain't even gonna lie. I know that, and that's gonna be a hard one for me to let go. But when my girls told me I came across as a know-it-all, remember, I think last week we talked about my true confession and conversations. I had to let go of the idea that I don't know everything. And when I did that, that left room for other people to come in and help me to achieve. Right? Now, I'm not a gloss girl, but honey, we got to have that CarMax on deck. But I had to think about, what am I always projecting? And so when my girls told me I was projecting a know-it-all, or you know everything, I had to check myself, and I had to tone that all the way down, because I was looking to do things and go places. But Courtney's like, don't nobody ever want to help you, because you always have the answer. And I think I talked about that last week, where, I had to check myself a couple years ago. And as soon as I checked myself, because the first thing before you can check somebody else, you got to check yourself. Then my relationships with people changed, because my expectations that they didn't even know I had of them, I let them go. And then it became easier. Yeah, there's a balance between what people think and what I think about me. And when my girls told me that, I had to check myself. So I had to fix all of that, because I felt like I was being helpful when I was being overbearing, when people didn't ask me for my help. They didn't ask for my opinion. They didn't want it. And if they wanted it, I'm sure they would have said, hey, JoJo, can I have your opinion? And they did not say that. So I had to check myself. So once my girls told me I was hard-headed, and y'all, listen, pray for me, because that hard-headedness, I don't know if that, I'm a Waddell and a Twitty mixed together. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. But I did check my attitude of being a Miss Know-It-all. I did check that. Like, I checked it with my face, and I checked it with my tongue, and it was hard. Oh, it was hard. I'm Gerald Waddell's daughter, and if you don't know who Gerald Waddell is, my daddy knew. He thought he knew everything under the sun. And then once I checked myself, it relieved me of always having to find the answer. Like I talked about this last week. Go check that video out. It relieved me of always having to have the answer to stuff. I was like, I don't know, and I don't want to know, and I don't care. So they told me I had a bad attitude. I was a know-it-all. I was hard-headed, and I cut people off. And I realized that in my conversations with my friends. And let me tell you how bad it was. In college, a girlfriend had to pull me to the side, and she lives in Florida now. Good morning, Martez. And I know he's going to say I have a big head because I'm hard-headed. And he'll be the first to tell you I'm about as hard-headed as they come. Yes, there is. And I had a girlfriend pull me aside in college to tell me, JoJo, you interject yourself into people's conversations when they didn't want you there. And then not only did you interject, you overtook the conversation. So we didn't ask you to participate. Then you took over, and then you wouldn't let nobody say anything. And it hurt my feelings. But did that stop me? Nope. I kept right on going. I was like, oh, okay. It hurt my feelings at the time that she told me, but apparently it didn't hurt my feelings enough for me to do anything about it. But of course, I was probably 18, 19 then, and my hard-headedness was on 10,000, and my know-it-allness was just getting started. So yeah, I wasn't listening. And so it wasn't 2 years later, like we talking 30s, that I finally realized that I could be overbearing. And if people wanted my help or my information or whatever it is I was willing to offer, they would ask me for it, and I didn't have to interject myself. let me tell you, on this fearless journey, you're introducing yourself to yourself and you're learning. And there's some things you had to let go of. I had to let go of being, I'm working on not being hard-headed, but I had to let go of the I know everything. I had to let go of that sometimes. Right. I had to let go of knowing everything because I don't know everything. And when I did, it took off some stressors for me that I had to let go, and it made my life easier. And then I stopped being overbearing, because then y'all know what happened when I stopped being overbearing and interjecting myself into other people's business. I minded my own business and my life was less stressed. Right. And I would cut people off. Oh my God. I had to work. I am way more conscious of my conversation with people now. I sit quietly now as someone speaks, where before I would be like jumping at the bit for you to finish saying what you were saying, because honey, I had something to say and I need to say it quickly and you was taking too long. And if I could just interject and talk over you, I could make my point, which was gonna be better than your point. And you were taking too long to make your point. And I had to learn to be quiet. First step to living past crazy is learn to be quiet and not cut people off and let them speak their piece. And what I found is, people are way more smarter than I gave them credit for. But because I was arrogant in my ego and hard-headedness and overbearingness, I couldn't comprehend it because I was so concentrating on what I had to say. So that's my confession and conversation for the day. That's my gift to my friends now. So when they talk, I quietly listen. And it was hard for me to get there. Right. My friends tell me to shut up. Oh, yeah. They tell me to shut up. Or they will tell me, and if Martez is on here, he's been my friend since high school. He would tell you, he told me this one time, that your listening ears are not on. And I was like, what do you mean? You are not listening enough to pay attention to the conversation. You're only picking up bits and pieces so that you'll have a comeback to respond. And so now my listening ears are always on because people have something to say. And if I want them to respect what I have to say, I have to respect what they have to say. So that means I've got to be quiet. And those are my learning lessons on this Be Fearless journey. And those are some things I had to learn. So, and at times writing what I thought, to stop allowing bad energy into your life. When I say you got to check your circle, and I'm looking for purpose partners and I'm looking for those things, I had to check myself. I had to fix myself, because the things that I'm asking for, the things I'm willing to give, well, I had to fix me in order to do that. Right. And my daddy taught me the same thing. But my daddy was also hard-headed and a know-it-all, and I got all of it. I'm a Waddell true to my heart. You understand? And I had to learn the hard way to allow people their space and their time if I wanted to reciprocate the same. So I realized that maybe perhaps I was the bad energy that was putting out there in those relationships. And when I fixed my energy within myself, meaning I fixed what I wanted people to perceive about me, I didn't want people to think those things about me, then my relationship with people changed. Right. I work harder on myself. Then that's why I value this quiet time when I go to work. It's silent when I go to work. On the drive home, it's silent. I usually call my friend Tiffany if she's out. I talk to her on the way home sometimes, or my mother. You know, I get the little conversations out of the way. But I make sure I have that quiet time where I check myself, because you don't want when somebody else checks you, it's going to hurt your feelings. And that may be, you have your friends for that constructive criticism, but I should always be aware of what I'm projecting out. At least for me, I'm conscious of that. So stop allowing bad energy into your life on purpose. Stop allowing that. And if it's you that's putting out that bad energy, check that. So the exercise I had Rosie to do for y'all that just coming in is I gave her 4 names of friends and family. I said, what are the thoughts that you have about these people? Just the top 2. We didn't push what are your top 2 thoughts about these people right off the top of their head. And for 2, it was negative. And for 2 was a positive. So what do people perceive about you? What are you putting out there? And what are you perceiving about people? Because whatever you take out, whatever you perceive is what you take on. So if I'm around a negative person, if I'm around that person that's always complaining, about everything. I'm taking on that complaining energy. It's downing me. It exhausts me, and I'm taking that on, and then I'm projecting it to the next person. Right. Have designated time. I have got to have designated, and it's designed. It's designed and designated time for myself. My mental health space is crucial. Do you understand? I don't play with it. We ain't trying to discuss it. I'm telling you what it is, and that's how it's gonna be. Period. And you got to be serious about that there thing. And if you're not serious about that, you ain't got to worry about nobody else's energy, because yours is gonna be so down, honey. You're going to roll yourself over. So be mindful of the energy of the people that are around you, and you take that on. So if they're depressed and sad and crying and complaining all the time, guess what? You're taking that on, and you're riding that with them. Even if it's your mate, even if it's your friend, even if it's your coworker, your mom and them, your dad and them, auntie, cousin, it's exhausting. And why are we purposely taking that on? Are we purposely taking it on because they're our family, and we assume because they are family we have to? You don't. Now, did I work through that? Hell yeah. Was it hard? Hell yeah. That was hard. Let me tell you, it was hard. But when it became clear about the new rules to the new me, and that meant how I communicated and how I wanted people to communicate with me, when I got serious about that part, they respected that part. They didn't bring it. It wasn't brought to me, because then the conversation became, when the complaining started or something started, I know you don't want to hear that, so I'm not going to talk about it. And the subject changed without me ever opening my mouth. So be mindful of the energy that you're putting out, and stop taking on bad energy. That's going to drain your day. Stop allowing bad energy purposefully into your life. Don't do that. Please do not do that, because what you're going to find is that's going to set the tone for your day. And if you have already set the tone for your day, and then you interact with some, and we can't stop bad energy, bad things from happening. However, we can change how we interact. Now, I call it energy. You can call it personality, persona, whatever behavior. You can call it whatever word you want to attach to it. For me, it's energy. I can feel it when somebody's coming to me with an attitude. I can see it in their face. They make me feel a certain way. I can, for me, it's their energy. Does that make sense to anybody else? So I call it energy. So stop allowing that bad energy into your space, especially on this journey to be fearless. It ain't, what you don't have time for is that, because you're already working on yourself, and you've got to be gentle with yourself on this journey. You've got to be gentle and forgiving of yourself, because, hey, I've made so many stupid mistakes that I wish I could go back and do over, and I can't. And I've got to be gentle and forgiving with myself so that I can continue on. And if you're not gentle and forgiving of yourself, you're not going to be able to finish out this journey. You're going to become angry and bitter at yourself, and you're going to take it out on other people. And then you're going to be the one projecting that bad energy. So check yourself before you check somebody else. So try to exercise today and let me know how it works. I missed you guys. So we were in California for the Girls Expo. We had a wonderful time. I met some nice young ladies. We took pictures and we hung out, and we had a great time. Thank you, Leslie, if you're watching, for just showing me and my family San Francisco. We had a great time. And we just had a wonderful time. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to YouTube. We have a YouTube channel where you can binge watch all 360 plus shows of the Fearless Morning Show that we have. So go over there and binge watch. They are by topic and by title, so you can watch any of the shows and share them with your friends, because sharing is caring. Don't forget, if you want I Am My Sister's Keeper t-shirt, they are on pre-order. I will post a link today so that you can pre-order your t-shirt so that I can get you one. And I talked about that at the event, that I am my sister's keeper. And I told those young girls, and I tell it to y'all, that in a way, we're all responsible for each other. I am my sister's keeper. If I have knowledge and I don't share it, it is my responsibility to share it with you. And if I don't, then I could be hindering somebody that needs to know something. That's why they're waiting to hear my voice, and they're not going to move until I move. And the same applies to you. Somebody's waiting to hear your voice. They're not going to move until you move. What are you going to do? You are your sister's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. I take it seriously. If you want to I Am My Sister's Keeper t-shirt, I will post a link so that you can, if you go to livepastcrazy.com, the shirt is on our apparel store. We do have the Be Fearless jewelry over there as well, so that you can grab you some earrings, necklace, or bracelets over there as well. We have bags, we have totes, we have everything that you need. But I hope this has helped somebody today, guys. If it has, please let me know. I like to hear back from you guys. At least hopefully something I'm sharing is helping somebody. Check yourself first. Stop allowing bad energy into your space. On this Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday, Miss Margaret Working Wednesday. If you need a job coach, check out Miss Margaret. She'll post a link for you there. So that you can reach out to her. It's Working Wednesday, and Miss Margaret has hashtag Change the World t-shirt, which I do have. I have no idea where it is. That would be because a kid took it from me. So yeah, that kid would be Rosemond. That would be her. So as soon as she gives me hashtag Change the World t-shirt back, I will gladly wear it for you, Miss Margaret. But she is taking my shirt. She took me for my good. So guys, on this Working Wednesday, be mindful of the energy that you are putting out there. Be mindful of the things that you are saying in a persona that people, and if you want to check, ask your kids, they'll tell you. My kids hurt my feelings. So they'll tell you what's really going on. All right, guys. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Pray for your girl that I stay awake. I think to me it's still 6:05. It's still 4:44 to me, so I still should be asleep. So pray for me that I make it through yet another day. All right, guys. I hope you have a great Wednesday. I will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. Right. I'm coming to Florida. I promise. We're planning trips. So Courtney's been on one airplane ride, honey, and she is ready. So we're planning a trip to Costa Rica. I'm excited about that. And this is what I found. I was going to go back out to San Diego. It is cheaper to go to Costa Rica than it is to go to San Diego. Isn't that crazy? So guess where I'm going? If I can go to Costa Rica cheaper, then I can go to San Diego. What? But I enjoyed California, y'all. I had a wonderful time out there. Please go back and watch the show. My girlfriend streamed it live for me. Leslie, thank you for doing that. She streamed it for me. I will be, Kitty Lynn, I think I'm coming home weekend after next, I think. Kim, I'm not a coffee drinker. Let me tell you, I had 3 cups of coffee yesterday, and I'm going to have one today. How about that? Today, thought for the day, guys, is stop allowing bad energy into your life. Don't allow it. Be protective. Get mad and get angry when somebody brings crazy. Like, you ain't got to be like, don't be bringing this crazy to me. But you can divert yourself other places so they don't bring that energy in to you or onto you, because you carry it around for the rest of the day. And so today, yesterday I projected sleepy, don't bother me, don't talk to me. Today, I'm projecting sunshine as the sun shines on me. I'm projecting sunshine, hence the yellow scarf, because I need all the help I can get. So stop allowing bad energy into your life. Please make sure you share the show. And if you want, I Am My Sister's Keepers t-shirt. They are on, if you go to livepastcrazy.com. Miss Margaret, can you type in my website for me? livepastcrazy.com. And you can get you a shirt over there and pre-order them so that I can get them out to you. And we do have Be Fearless jewelry as well. Kitty Lynn, you have a surprise coming to you in the mail that you don't know about. So be on the lookout for it. All right, guys, I will pack it up and give it back to you, honey, because I don't have time for nobody else's bad energy at all. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of what you present out and what you take in, so that it doesn't because somebody else's energy can change your entire day, and you don't want that to happen. Thank you, Miss Margaret. I greatly. And that, my friend, is Purpose Partners. That's why she's one of my Purpose Partners. If you want to be one of my Purpose Partners, please check out that post, and I will link it again. The criteria for a purpose partner, and all the things that I'm looking for are things that I'm willing to give. All right. Please make sure you share this video. I thank you so much for joining. I missed you guys. I love you too, Kitty Lynn. I think I'm coming home weekend after next. Don't hold me to it, but I think I'm coming to South Carolina. I got a president's council. Yes, Margaret. Guard them things, honey. Guard them. Me and Margaret was the only person I talked to yesterday before I went to sleep. After I hung up the phone with Margaret, I was dead to the world sleep. And so I told her I met Crazy this weekend, and that, my friend, is where part of this topic came from. Be careful or stop allowing bad and crazy energy into your life. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. My name is Yamiche Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Please be safe. Be careful. Please make sure you share the video. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel, so you can binge watch all the YouTube, all the shows over there. All right, Keila, I sure will. As soon as let me look at my calendar, because I may just be there for the day, but maybe we can do something. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a great one.